Fannie Mae is taking over the Washington Shores Village Apartments on Jacobs Place in Orlando. Channel 9's George Estevez went along with the team that is trying to make it safer for families.
It's a first meeting,
so we made contact with residents
to assure the families
feed us information, let us know what's going on.
They will see results.
You know, you can call us anonymously in 24 hours.
Like this single mother and her 13-year-old.
We barely sleep at night sometimes. They be shooting, arguing, fighting.
They live in Washington Shores at Jacobs Place, once managed by PDQ, which went under, leaving this place riddled with crime.
And open alcohol, drugs, violent acts, people get hurt.
Fannie Mae took possession of the property and hired the Critical Intervention Service, who will provide 24-hour security for hundreds of apartments where some struggling families are trying to improve their lives.
The MCC is going to come. We're going to bring it right down the center of the whole community, so that it's in the middle of, it's right in the heart of it, so that everybody gets to see it, everybody gets to feel it, and then we spread out from there. This is time for deployment now.
More marked cars on the south side. I got 2 lots open, no coverage.
So every so often you'll have another group of officers over here. Right. And they're going to meet you and they're going to run.
But I ain't going to be out there no 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, daytime hours, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's real good.
Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up. They realize.
I got kids that I keep in the house, and I keep one all-wheel Mercy Drive with my mom.
And
that's my 3-year-old. I can't keep. How I'm supposed to have a 3-year-old out here? She come out here with my 3-year-old, and they shoot. Well, my 13-year-old
We'd have been through coming and going from the store, shoots and everything, and it's like, really? We come from the store, get back here, pow, 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 pow. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I remember that.
Okay.
Oh, I know they get up there and
walk to the store.
Oh, yeah, rest there.
Well, basically, we're at Washington Shores Apartments today. This is a property that's been under foreclosure. The previous ownership obviously allowed the property to go down, to say the least. There's a lot of physical disorders out here. We have lights that are not working. We have buildings that are falling apart. We have landscaping that hasn't been done for months. We have trash all over the place to include glass, and we have kids that are actually living here, families. So our purpose here today is to be able to bring a multitude of resources from CIS officers to network with residents to understand that we're on the property, we're reclaiming the property, we're getting all the negative elements out, and we're going to be here for them. On top of that, we're bringing resources like tow trucks, landscaping crews, maintenance staff. We're going to get some of these units boarded up. We're going to get these abandoned vehicles out. We're going to get the grass cut. We're going to get all of the trash picked up, make it a better place to live, have residents start feeling better about living here, and with management, getting people that don't belong here off the property. So our purpose is to bring symmetry back to this community, bring it back to be organized, get the people who belong here, and get the people who don't out.
You know, it's progressively gotten more and more run down over the years. It's 13 years ago, you probably had more people living in the community, living in the neighborhood, living in the apartment complex, and now you have fewer people living here, but more people hanging out, and just you know, really causing a problem for the residents that do want to do good, that are trying to, you know, better themselves and, you know, maintain a certain lifestyle where they don't have to deal with drug dealers and, people shooting at each other and things like that. So unfortunately, it's not the people that live here all the time that cause the problems. It's the people that are coming through and setting up shop and committing criminal acts.
So what do you think of the CIS operation out here?
It's been fantastic. It's amazing how quick. It's like one of those home makeover shows where stuff happens in 24 hours and you get 40, 50 guys together, and you got the security team checking out with everybody, finding out who lives here, who doesn't, who the problem starters are. You got maintenance crews in here mowing the yards and boarding up abandoned buildings and buildings that have been condemned. And it's made a difference. It's like the broken window effect. You get a broken window in a community and it starts to go downhill, but start fixing things up and boarding up those windows and mowing the grass and playing football with kids. It makes a big difference in the community.
No, actually, tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to have a barbecue for you guys, okay? So
Wave to the camera.
The mobile command center over there, that looks like Megatron.
Upon deploying on the property, I made contact with an unknown black male walking through the courtyards, made contact with him, and he admitted to me that he lives at a neighboring property and he was just cutting through the premises. Law enforcement is right around the corner, so I redirected him to law enforcement. They made contact with him, and we executed a trespass warning. Individual had several prior arrest histories in the county and city. He was issued a trespass warning and sent on his way.
So, you tell me, if I call this number right now.
Anytime you want.
Yep, that number.
And y'all gonna be here in 5 minutes.
However long it takes to get here.
No, y'all already gonna probably be here anyway.
I mean, if I'm way over there, it's gonna take me long to get my, fat self running over here in 5 minutes. So it might take a little bit longer.
You can be completely anonymous. You just call that number, say, hey, I got some jitterbugs out here causing trouble outside of the building, whatever. We'll send somebody over and take care of it. No questions asked.
And be advised, she's out 1032 for possession of Kansas on 20 grams. And then when you can, pull that physical address.
Wow. And where they say this possession of cannabis came from? They say what year or something?
That's your purse or phone is in there. Do you have anything on you?
No. We had a group of juveniles over here that seemed to be playing football. We went over to make contact with them, see if we could get in on the game with them, kind of help establish and make for a better positive working relationship with the juvenile population here. And it appears that some of the social breakdowns that we encounter with some residents in depressed neighborhoods, they are somewhat reluctant to engage in a positive way with law enforcement or uniformed authority figures. So they essentially advised they were not interested in playing ball, but that's not atypical. That is something that over time, as we start to have more frequent contacts on a positive level, that we'll be able to break down those barriers, and we will find ourselves engaging in a social manner with the juveniles, be playing ball or helping them with homework assignments and things of that nature. So this reluctancy at the front side is not out of the norm given this environment, but over time we will be able to win the hearts and minds of this community.
Be advised, you got a black male 13 feet from Alpha 20 Bravo on bike showing
Management just gave up.
I don't know what the situation is with the management. You could ask the management that when we find them and we put them on.
I don't want to talk to you, man. How many times I got to tell you that? You don't talk to your damn self. I don't want to talk to you. There go my mama right here. Bye. How you doing, Mom? Go in the house. Okay. Hey, man,
I already talked to one of your dads.
Okay. This is your son? Okay. I didn't know who he was. Is there on the wall?
We got Sitco sign. What's going on is we set up a barbecue event for the community to come out so that we could sit down with them with some food and talk to them about what's wrong with their units and get a list of all the things that need to be repaired and what their concerns are so that we get a better idea of what their issues, and at the same time try to figure out how to develop a relationship that is going to be impacting. So right now you're seeing the community come out, we're going to feed them, we're going to talk to them, we're going to make a list of what needs to be addressed, and then we're going to work with management to get them resolved.
No.
No?
Omaha!
Raise this thing so you.
You know, we're probably gonna get a rush right after that last spot.
That's why I say this Ted.
What do we got cooking?
That's pork. Pork loin. We're gonna chop it up, make it pulled pork sandwiches, and some chicken.
Don't know. We have no active rent roll. Oh, spell your first name.
SHENIKS.
And what's your last name?
Dawson, DAWSON.
But it goes down once you get out of there.
I think it's good they're protecting our children. They finally somebody stepping up, looking out for the children, the women over here, the older people who have the problems with the guys coming in the neighborhood, taking over our neighborhood, selling drugs, shooting at each other, harming our kids. So finally, thank God for God, we finally getting something done.
Yeah, he's gonna pull.
Yeah. What's up, man? We're gonna have food here tomorrow, so I better see you tomorrow.
Better come early because I'm going to eat it all.
Yeah, look at him. You believe him, right? You believe him, right?
Oh, this is the third one?
Yeah.
You only told me you were just having two. Is this a different card?
They can see if they want to get their NARC guys in here.
Well, they were rolling some blunts.
Yeah.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Look at the mountain over there.
See, these are the baggies, and what they're doing is they're consuming that out in the open, which shows that they don't have a fear of using.
There's a lot of drugs in there.
Yes, somebody's having some good times in there.
Somebody.
Well, the Matthews guy, it was a gang initiation. He wanted to be part of that. And, 3 o'clock in the morning.
He just got walked 3 of them.
3 o'clock in the morning.
We're about 8 hours into this deployment. So far, we were able to issue approximately 9 trespass warnings, 9 individuals that we made contact with while on this property that we identified as non-residents, non-guests, no legitimate reason to be here. In conjunction with Orlando Police Department, we were able to issue those individuals trespass warnings, and if they do return in the future, they are subject to arrest for trespass after warning. In addition to those 9 trespasses so far, we've also had 2 arrests made. One of them was for an outstanding warrant for a drug charge, and the other one is still more information pending. So that is pretty consistent with these areas that we deploy into. Usually a high expectation of trespass warnings issued and some arrests as a result.
Orange? You want orange one? All right, there's an orange one. All right, who's next? You didn't get one yet? You want red, strawberry, or cherry? You want strawberry? Will you hold this for a second?
What's up? Nobody ain't no tell us all this.
That ball they got, we gonna play with that ball.
I like my grandkids having a good time. And that's what this was all about, the kids. All about the kids, good neighborhood, and everybody happy. Kids happy, they fed, or they're gonna have a great time tomorrow.
You guys want to go post crisscross. Yeah, you guys
What
are
that
crisscross.
for?
You guys are gonna crisscross midfield. Alright? You're gonna crisscross midfield, and after you crisscross, hit the sidelines and go straight. Alright, ready? Break.
Put a camera on me. Yeah. All right, ready? Come on, come on.
Motion, motion.
About 8 hours ago, children did not want to play football, play with each other. They all wanted to stay inside, away from outside, and you can kind of see what's going on now.
Stop right here.
Okay, we've been conducting stop operations at Washington Shores Apartments for approximately 10 hours now. We have 12 different units divided within zones within on property. So far, we've been very successful. We're getting a lot of positive feedback from residents. We have kids outside playing ball. We have grass that's been cut. We have garbage that's been thrown away by maintenance crew, and we've had apartments that have not been habitable go ahead and secured by the maintenance crews as well. Right now, we've been very receptive. A lot of the negative elements we've gotten off property. What we're trying to monitor now during the nighttime hours is obviously there's going to be some type of probe techniques where the criminal element is going to try to challenge us, possibility of challenging us. So we got to be cautious now to be able to see what type of resistance during nighttime hours we're going to receive and then adapt to them from there. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there.
We're already find out about it, so pretty good word of the Lord.
I'm gonna make a little tag for you.
All right.
This is all your jewelry?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I seen on cable. They go look through walls and all with that shit. I seen a machine.
You look through walls with that?
I don't know where y'all ain't.
and we had one of our officers locate a memory SD card on the ground. We loaded it up, and sure enough, we find pictures of guys posing with guns. So we're able to ID that individual, and he is confirmed to be residing at 2055 Echo, and OPD is being processing a warrant for a felon in possession of a firearm. So it seems to be a small caliber, possibly a .380, black in color, from what we can tell from the pictures. He also has an associate I don't have a name on, but
closer to the morning, we ended up with a lot of activity coming out, residents coming out of their units, and that would be around 6 o'clock in the morning. We did have to advise certain people about drinking and out in public. Other than that, it was pretty quiet throughout the night.